What's good, y'all? It's Real Rhythm. Today I'm going to be making a beat out of one of the loops in my melody kit I just dropped called Stimulus. It's a free melody kit. It comes with 7 loops with MIDI and stem files. Each loop is key labeled and tempo labeled. It also comes with 35 bonus drum sounds, including kicks, claps, snares, hi-hats, and 808s. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to use the Fierce loop. Let's go ahead and get our stems dragged over. Alright, so we got a bell, keys, and pad that make up this loop. And here's what it sounds like. Alright, so that gives us a pretty good foundation to start off with. So let's go ahead and get some drums in here. And the drums I'll be using come with the Stimulus kit. It's a bonus drum kit with 35 sounds. So we're going to start off with a clap. And we'll paint that in for the 4 bars. And if we go to the piano roll and highlight the first 4 bars, Control B, we can duplicate it. Now we've got 8 bars. Take a snare. We're going to layer it with the clap. We'll take another snare and give it a little bit of a bounce. Copy that over, make it 8 bars as well. Kick in here. And we're going to take the first 4 bars and duplicate it over, and then we'll add a couple extra kick hits for the second half of the loop. That gives it a nice little bounce. So let's go for some hi-hats. And we're going to do this one every 2 steps. And then what I'd like to do is add a second hi-hat and add that every 4 steps. And it just gives it a little bit of an extra bounce. Let's kind of add some variation into the first hi-hat. And let's take the first 4 bars, just kind of duplicate it over, and we'll add in 1 little extra roll to that part. So it's a little bit different. Alright, now we could go a little crazy with this and do some pitch shifts. Pitch it down a little bit. It gives a little bit of a variation. So let's add an open hat. And I tend to keep my open hats fairly simple. So we'll just do that. Oh, that was for the second half. Let's drag these over. And, oops, wrong one. And we'll take out this third one here. Cool, so we're pretty much there. Let's add a perk. And we'll just add that at the end here. Maybe add this little guy here. Let's see what it sounds like when it's on the snares. Something subtle. We can go with that. Alright, so that's pretty much our drum pattern. Let's go ahead and work on adding an 808 in here. Let's see. So we're in E minor. And we can actually take the MIDI file from this loop. And that'll give us the root notes of the chords that were played. So then we could take our 808 and just follow along. Alright, so let's go in here and make some modifications. Change the envelope. Make sure it cuts itself. We're going to copy over the kick pattern. And go to the piano roll. Add a note at the end here. And Control L to auto extend them. So now all the notes are the whole length. And let's take this and bring it through the root notes here. Come on. All right. There we go. All right, so you see here at the end of the of each 4 bars, there's this double hit, and that's coming from the kick pattern. You're not really going to hear that in the 808, so we'll go ahead and take out those notes and just make it a single hit. Come on. There we go. And go ahead and bring this up an octave. Keep it fast like the other one. Alright, so just added a couple slides in there. And that sounds pretty dope. So we've got our loop, we've got our drum pattern. Let's go ahead and add an additional sound. So we'll start kind of differentiating this part from another part and start kind of going verse hook type arrangement. So I'm gonna go ahead and find a good preset of a sound, and then we'll see what we can come up with. All right, we're gonna use this free synth preset from the free Omni bank from John Sarah called Aqua. So shout out John Sarah for the free bank. And we're just gonna do kind of a simple lead, which might actually work for the verse part, and then we can use the stems in the hook, all of the stems, and then maybe drop one out for the verse that layers with this synth lead. So let's go ahead and get this lead recorded. Let's go in here, make sure all the notes are good. Quantize them a little bit. Alright, so that sounds pretty good. So let's go ahead and do some quick arranging, and that'll tell us if we need to add any more sounds or anything like that, or if we have a pretty good distinction between hook and verse. So let's get rid of this drum pattern here. We will split by channel, so that gives us all of our patterns individually. Take out that sampler, move the 808 up. So that's all the individual sounds that make up this loop so far. So let's drag this over, and I think we'll use the keys and the pad to create a intro. Double that up for the hook. Dope. All right. So what I did there for the arrangement was, for the first
for the first part of the verse, I dropped everything out except the keys, the pad, and some percussion. And then it pulls into the full drums minus the first faster hi-hat, which comes in the third part of the verse. And then I drop out everything except the snares and the clap and that very fast, or the faster hi-hat, which then goes into a drop and then leads back into the hook. So that sounds pretty good so far. Obviously, there's some more that you can do. We can add some additional sounds and some transitions and stuff like that. But for the most part, we're pretty much done. Obviously, you see that this kit is really easy to use. The stems make it to where you can kind of modify the loop, add different thing, or add stuff in, drop stuff out, and give you some variation. You also have the MIDI files where if you wanted to use your own VSTs and instruments to compose the loop, that can be done as well too. And we got some dope drum sounds that are real easy to use. With some minor mixing, we'd have a pretty much finished beat. So I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more, this is my first beat making video for the channel, so make sure you make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified of any new videos I drop. If you got any tips or feedback or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed. So we'll see you next time. Peace.